So you do have like these moments where your life's taken a turn for the better, right?
Yes.
So how long did it take for you to get to the first point, which would be Gangster, of course? 2-3 years? When did you move to Bombay?
I moved to Bombay in 2005.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. So that's the same year as Gangster, so not too long.
But I came to Mumbai and I was doing some catalog shoot. I was with Elite Modeling Agency. So it's not a place where you can come and be like, guess what, I'm gonna now get an apartment and stay here. So I was coming back and forth and just doing some auditions and things like that. There is this girl hostel, Asha Chandra girl hostel in, so there were these rooms where...
In Juhu?
In Juhu, yeah.
Right.
Sangeeta apartments. So they were renting actually mattresses and a closet. There was no room to rent. There were 5-6 mattresses and 5-6 closets, and for 5,000 or something, that was the rent in those days. So I got a room like that, and I think sometime 2004 end or beginning, when I got this assurance that I have some job, that's when I stayed back.
Which is when you were modeling?
I was modeling in Delhi, but that same agency sent me to Mumbai to do some catalog shoot, and then I kept going back and forth, and I came back only when I got like a I Love You Boss, or that film was called I Love You Boss.
Did it get made? Do you know?
No, he still meets me and he's like, you left that film and I didn't make it with anyone else.
But nothing unsavory, right? Nothing happened on that set or during the photo shoot in terms of a Me Too moment, as it were?
No,
Sure.
not at all. I'll have to say that. No, if I have gotten into troubles like that only because of myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
I think I've been in places where I've pushed the limit, like I've been in situations where I was going through a very dark phase and very destructive phase as well. So I would, I don't know how that works, but being a teenager, I've always made sure that I am in situations that lead to drastic circumstances, like I would, really strange situations. I wouldn't want to sort of open up it like that,
Sure.
but yes, I've exposed myself to all sort of dangers, and yes, I've paid heavy price for that. But that was something more destructive in me than actually someone who's sort of, taking advantage of a damsel in distress. I've never been that person. Fortunately or unfortunately, I've never, I was 15 and my father was trying to say something and I'm like, what are you going on about, So I've never been that person. At the age of 15, I could tell that I don't need to take shit from you. So that way I've been quite straightforward. I understand some people cannot be like that, but some people are like that and they cannot be any other way. But did I go through harassment, or did I go through unpleasant circumstances with opposite sex, or situations where were absolutely unpleasant? Yes, plenty of them. Because I've put myself on purpose in those situations. Because I personally felt that I had no way back. And if something doesn't happen, if something good doesn't happen, something absolutely bad should happen, and I should experience something, something experiential should happen, either good or bad.
It's a very teenage thing to do.
Isn't it? I think
go through
especially
this.
when I was young, I was humiliated by my family, and I didn't feel, I felt a sense of longing that I need to do something, and that lack of faith and trust from my family, it all just brought about in adolescence, it all just brought about a sense of destruction in me. That seemed very relieving. It seemed absolutely gratifying every time I put myself in destructive situations.
But you're doing it automatically, not because you want to be a rebel.
It was more subconscious, and even when I stumbled across a film like a Gangster or something like that, I did not, by the time my hope for a good future was so bleak, was so, I didn't, at that point, maybe I hoped it way before that, but by that time I was so exhausted that it just didn't even seem like something good would ever happen to me.
Really?
You can tell that
You
from
reached that point?
Yes.
You couldn't care less?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Can't you tell from my performance?
No.
I
thought you were playing that character, honestly.
I was 17. I don't
Sure.
think I played a character in those days.
Okay.
Because I was 17. I was not a, of course, I done little bit theatre, so I could take instructions. If you tell me now you cry, so I would, or now you don't. So I would take those many instructions. But at the same time, I was not a seasoned actor who would have a graph like that. But I was actually in that situation in my life that I didn't care anymore.
You were playing yourself?
I think yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. That's news to me.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.